This is a door panel from this car, and it's pretty rough. The leather has all kind of shrunk in and unglued itself from the actual backing board. The backing board itself is all swollen from condensation and stuff, and it's literally peeling apart. So in this video, what we're going to attempt to do is fix this issue. And the only way I can think of it, like any logical person, is to buy a whole nother car. This is actually a special 1 year only 2.5 turbo diesel. It only came in 1987. And the best part about this is the fact that the interior is in excellent condition. And it's also in black, which is going to be beautiful on that car. So that's what we're going to be working on today. And we're going to start out with first cleaning everything, because this thing's been sitting for about 10 years.
All this.
I already had cleaned this part, like I sprayed in carpet cleaner, let it sit, and then hosed it all off after I used the drill brush on it. But it still smells really bad like diesel. And then this underside looks really rough, and on some of the smaller ones you guys would have seen probably, I took the wet vac to it and it just sucked it all up. Now I don't know if this is some sort of coating or something like that on the underside. Is that going to affect the carpet long term? Like, is it going to start to flake out? I don't know. This might be one of those anti-slip coatings. In any case, it seems to literally disintegrate and vacuum up. I'll do that now because I did see it on the carpet. It is already falling off, and I'd rather just have it all be clean. I don't know if it's going to affect it in any kind of way. I'm not too worried about the whole anti-slip thing. So not everything between the gas and the diesel are the same. For example, this is the center pillar, and this is where the seatbelt comes out through. The difference between the gas and the diesel is the gas has an adjustable seatbelt perch up at the top, and I want to keep that. The diesel obviously doesn't have it, so to make it all kind of work and be cohesive, I'm not going to put a tan pillar where everything else is black. So what we'll do is we'll spray it with some of this adhesion promoter and then some vinyl and fabric paint. This is supposed to stay flexible all the time. I wouldn't do this on anything else other than the things that you will almost never touch, and at the same time that gets almost no play whatsoever, because even though it says it stays flexible, it's not the same as like a full-blown stain. So on the door panels, right up by the window where the majority of the sun and heat come in, it's actually shrunk the leather vinyl a little bit. So what I'm doing is going around and I'm kind of stretching it back over and gluing it back down. I'm using the contact cement for this, and I've already had it sticky, so now what I'll do is just put a bunch of clamps. We bought hopefully more than enough. what I like to do is when I pinch it, I go up high, and then I use the
Bring it down
plier,
like
to stretch it down.
Got it. Okay.
That's okay. Look how confident this carpet cleaner is. Look what they say. Instant carpet spot remover. Check these facts. Instant results. No rinsing, vacuuming, or waiting to see results. Spot vanishes before your eyes. Amazing surfactant action. Instantly removes stubborn grease, dirt, and grime. They're confident, man. Safe to use around children and pets if used as directed. Works on any color fast carpets and upholstery that can be safely dampened with water. Non-magnetic. I didn't even know that a spray can be magnetic. Spot will not reappear after cleaning. Non-flammable, thank God. Contains no solvent of any kind. Odor-free, no perfumes or chemical smell. VOC, CFC, and petroleum-free. These guys are confident. Hopefully it works. We're gonna give this carpet its best shot at not stinking. So I'm gonna see if I can break anything else loose with the steam cleaner and then actually hit it with that wet vac and see if we can hopefully make sure that it, one, doesn't smell like mold and BO, and two, so it doesn't smell like diesel anymore. So while the steam cleaner is heating up so I can finish the other pieces of carpets, I'm just gonna go around because it's only about 2 screws and a couple screws to fix this net. But I'm not gonna do it on the tan ones. The plan is to actually use the black from the backing, because I am gonna go around and actually replace all of the black plastic around the seats as well, so that the only thing left on the seats that I'm gonna be using is the tan of the leather from the seat. Everything else is going to be black. Some of the newer E500s, they have that color combo, and it just looks fantastic. So hopefully that's exactly what we're going to achieve. And to start off, the easiest way is to put on the black backing from the black seats, and on top of that I'm just going to fix these up so that they're not all loose. They're supposed to be nice and tight. Normally this thing should have been pretty stretchy and it would just clip in right there, but because this thing has been stretched over the years so much, we're gonna try, this seems like the easiest way, is just to feed it through this little channel on this side, have these little ears catch on to that little rib, and then hopefully when I turn it all back over and screw it in, it'll hold on to there, hopefully taut enough that it'll maintain its shape. So while I have all of the carpeting out and everything, I did have this subwoofer slash amplifier combination in the trunk for the longest time, but I took that out now that we have the opportunity, and I'm actually going to run all brand new wires from the center out through here, see how I can dip it underneath maybe with a grommet, and run all the wiring back to here.
Good.
Yeah, that's good. Pause it for a second. It's too small. I wonder if I have a big enough one. Also too small.
You don't have some?
I don't have this big. I thought I had big enough, but it's not big enough.
No. It's on the Audi. That is Mercedes.
Because we're running new wire, we're gonna use theirs to feed ours through. Just gonna use some duct tape, tape the two ends together. Hopefully there's enough room in there that'll just pull right through. To give this thing its best shot, we're gonna upgrade from whatever, I think this is probably 4 or 6 gauge, or no, this would be like 12 gauge, 10 gauge, probably 12 gauge, to a 6 to give it its best shot, because it is kind of a little bit of a run. And just like that, there's already a hole here. Let's see if our little grommet is it still up? Shape. Put this grommet in here. That way the wire doesn't chafe. Feed this through here. Underneath like this. Go under and then come over to the top like that. To make it look really nice and clean. We'll even match. We'll match this distance right here. It'll be a little extra, but no big deal. We'll tuck it away nicely like that. That'll be our power and ground. And then we feed it down through here. This side like that. Already fed it underneath that way. And then through here, we'll just pull it out. And we'll see if we can zip tie it secure there and onto there. Perfect. When it's like this, it's always so sketchy. You never know. One little bump, you know. Okay. Literally came from there. It is. The wire that they used for a remote, or sorry, the wire that they used for hilarious. She's like, I want to play too.
This is so cute over there.
So the cable that they used for their power, I'm just gonna end up using it as a remote because it's a little bit thicker and it's gonna sit in that amp a little bit better. I'm not really worried about whether it's overkill or not because technically it's free. It's something that they already used. I'm gonna use one of these ATA wires. Just kind of crimp it down.
That's it, right?
It's one of those days and those nights where
Mm-hmm.
we can't stop laughing.
What if you get on my shoulder?
Shrink wrap it.
Easy.
So it got late last night, but off camera we did start installing all of the carpet and stuff and started installing the center column. Next we're just working on the side pillars, getting them all mounted, and then we'll work on that center dash area, getting the climate control and the stereo and everything hooked back up. A couple hours later and we have the seats in place, and you guys can kind of tell the contrast that we're going for. There's that pillar and then the same pillar that we painted. The carpet looks a little purplish on the camera, but it's actually nice and black, just kind of like these floor mats as well, and it's looking pretty spectacular. Now we just got to do that center console and we can put those seats in. So it is exactly 1 week later, and last week I did get all of the seats put in and stuff, and Lily was able to go out and get the windshield replaced. This thing looks so good with the black carpet and the tan seats. I do need to replace a couple more plastic pieces that need to be black that I have from the other car. In the meantime, what I've been working on is actually trying to get all of these light bulbs working for the center column and stuff. They take these tiny little, I don't know if they're 73s, 37s, or 74s little LEDs. I got some higher wattage 74s, so I'm gonna see if I can put them in there. The problem is that the little connectors are a little worn out on the inside, so what I did is I got a brand new really sharp pick set, hoping to raise up those pigtails just a hair so I can put in new light bulbs, so that they glow a little bit brighter too. So I'll get to that and then kind of report on progress and see if it works. This thing has been acting up a little bit. The fan wants to work when it wants to work, and then sometimes it doesn't want to work at all. So I'll probably put some of that dielectric grease in all those connectors and stuff, just to make it all easier to connect and disconnect, to troubleshoot what exactly is going on with this thing. So I managed to hook everything back up. Obviously it's looking really nice. This wood is really clean. You guys can't see it, but the lights are glowing. Maybe I'll do a quick shot this evening so I can show you guys that the lights are on and they're pretty even. Got a new switch coming in the mail, so that's going to be nice. Next, all the other little stuff that needs to get fixed, like this thing up here, I gotta pull it off, see how I can glue all this back on. The one in the diesel is different, so I am gonna have to reuse this one and then probably spray it with that vinyl paint, and then obviously fix this so that it doesn't flop out anymore, and replace the light bulbs and all that inside here. I think one of the parts that's the most satisfying about restoring a car is something as simple as replacing the weather stripping. On mine, I got a bunch of little cuts and scrapes and stuff where it's kind of falling apart, but on the diesel, it's all in one piece. And all I did, even though it was all moldy and stuff, is I just took it, steam cleaned it. So now what we're going to do is just rip the old one out and replace it with this new one. And it gives us a chance to just clean all around the edges to make sure that this thing, when it goes back on, creates a nice tight seal. And that's going to help prevent water from literally being able to condensate inside the trunk and stuff. Super gross. I think it did have wax. This thing came out spectacular. It looks so good. The black on the tan looks fantastic. It actually came out better than I anticipated that it would. It looks so awesome. We've driven it a few times and it just feels right. I will never probably be able to afford a 964 Porsche, and I love that thing. This is the closest I can get, which probably sounds funny because it's nowhere near it, but it feels like it. That old school leather, black interior. When we get this thing driving the way that it looks, it will be beyond anything that I thought would be possible. It's so cool, and I cannot be more happy with this. Thank you for watching.